Okay, so in your module, you're going to see a PDF file that says college spreadsheet, and those are the instructions for what I'm going to show you right now. So you can see that I want you to actually call this and title it college research. And then down at the bottom, you're going to start by creating 3 different sheet tabs. So your first sheet tab will be summary. The second sheet tab will be student budget. And then finally, major offerings. If you don't remember, the way that we add our sheet is over here on the bottom left-hand corner. You can see this very large plus button that says Add Sheet. How do I know? And then to get your color coding, and I did that just to make it easier to read, that's the little arrow dropping down next to it. When you drop down your arrow, you'll rename and then change the color. Rename and then change the color. You do not have to use the same colors that I did. That's completely up to you. I don't care about that at all. So we are going to use this Google Sheets forum to organize information by looking up some information about colleges. The magic number for this assignment is 5. So you'll have 5 colleges and 5 majors. I'm going to say that one more time, 5 colleges, 5 majors, because that's not listed on the PDF. So you'll have to make sure that you are watching the video completely. Go ahead and pause me now and make your screen look like mine. The next thing that I'm going to do is show you your column headings. So for your summary tab, your column heading for A1 is name of college, location, acceptance rate, excuse me, and then average GPA. All of this information is extremely easy to find just by doing a general web search. After that, you have sheet tab 2, which is student budget. The only column heading that you're going to have on this one is the cost. And then I want you guys to do your own research in finding a student budget example, which is all over the place. You'll find several. Obviously, you have some traditional ones like tuition, books, room and board, food, etc. All of those you'll find on your student budget. You only need to do one budget for me, and you can do that for any of the schools of your choice. So what would make the most sense is back on your summary to choose out of these 5 colleges that you list, the one college that you're most interested in, and then form your student budget based on that school. That way you'll have the tuition and room and board and all of that listed for somewhere that you find interesting or would be interested in applying to potentially in the future. Moving on to sheet tab 3, you have 2 column headings here, the major offered and class example. So when you go to college, you have to go through a series of courses in an effort to graduate. And when you graduate with a degree. You major in something. So let's say, for example, that you major in pre-med. If you major in pre-medicine, you're obviously going to have some classes that you take along the way. An example class could be a biology class. So that's kind of what I want here. What are the majors? Again, 5. I want you to list 5 majors offered from one of your schools, and then examples of 5 classes, one for each major, that you would do if you were at that school as well. Another one, for example, if let's say that you wanted to major and be an architect. If that's the case, then most likely you're going to take a class in planning and design. So these are just examples to give you an idea of what I want you to do. Obviously, you're going to fill this out based on your own choices and research and the schools that you are interested in. If you look back over at the PDF, when you go into your lesson files, you'll see at the bottom of all of that. So I'm showing you the video for setup, but at the bottom of all of that, you have 3 requirements. You'll need to make a chart with modified data points. We've done a lot of pie charts, so try to maybe do a column or a bar graph. You're also going to write an if statement that makes sense and then apply some conditional formatting. So I like the idea of having a chart that shows me your average GPA or your acceptance rates, because those are clearly the only 2 on your summary that are numeric. You're not going to make a chart showing locations, for example. That would make no sense. So your acceptance rate or average GPA, those would be ones that would be great for charting. And then your conditional formatting and your if statements can come from wherever makes sense to you. You just need one example, though, of each of those, and you'll see them on your general requirements. All right, so you can go ahead and set this up, complete it, look at the PDF, and then turn this into your assignments section on the module.